So Steve, explain your role with FPW here.
Well, FPW is a concept that myself, Matt and Lee set up. It was in about September, October time 2010 it first came to question with ourselves. I'd just done a show not that long before in Luton. Looked at what was set up at that show, listened to a couple of comments that were made by some of the people at the show, and decided that there was nothing really going on in the area that I live in Wallington, around this area. I work in the area, so where better to put on a show than somewhere where you know that there's a demographic for it.
Excellent.
So FPW was born out of that.
All right, so what's your background in wrestling then?
Good question. I started training when I was 21. My ex-partner had our 2 children, so I gave up training to concentrate on becoming a father. About 2 years ago I started training again. It's sporadic because I have 2 jobs. I work during the day, I work during the night, so the amount of time I can get to train is not much. So basically my role within FPW is worker / chairman of the board / chief promo cutter, whatever needs to be done, I'll jump aboard and do.
Excellent. So what are the goals of FPW then?
I think British wrestling's goal has got to be mainstream TV. From my point of view, from any promotion's point of view, mainstream TV has to be where we're looking at. I remember when I was a wee boy, not that I'm that wee boy anymore, when I used to sit down on my granddad's knee when I was sort of 4, 5, 6 and watch a lot of sport. Big Daddy, Giant Haystacks and everybody else chucked into the mix, and that's where we need to be. We have talent in the UK, we have loyal fans in the UK. The only thing we don't have is the coverage that we need. FPW aims to change that.
So what do you think British wrestling and of course FPW needs to be back in the mainstream?
I think what we need is the right backing. We need to be given an opportunity and a chance. I'm doing some work at the moment with a Sky TV channel. We're in talks with hopefully getting some TV tapings done for that. Fingers crossed, watch this space. FPW could go on to TV, that would be fantastic for all of us. But I think the main thing is to look at what we have now, which is nothing, and anything better than nothing is a bonus.
Excellent. Who are you targeting with FPW then? What's your target demographic?
We looked at what was going to make sense to the area that we live in. Wallington and the surrounding areas are very working class areas, so we were looking at bringing families in because there's nothing really apart from All-Star in Croydon that do anything really in this area. So it was looking at putting on a family show that could be related to the families, have kids come in with their foam fingers and whatever else they want to bring with them, hold their signs up. You'll see some fantastic signs tonight. We've got a Dice Baby sign that's been done for Mr. Burridge, which will be fantastic, and it gets the crowd going. That's what we want. It's atmosphere. That's what FPW is all about.
Excellent. What's your favourite thing about wrestling? It's quite a big storyline. The storylines.
Yeah. To me, everything has to make sense. There's no point putting 6 matches on in a wrestling ring and there not be some storyline that goes towards it. Hopefully tonight you guys, your first show, unfortunately you missed out on some of the storyline that we had going so far, but I'm sure you'll be able to pick it up what's been happening. Following on from our last show, which was FPW Trick or Treat, we had our the first ever, as far as we're aware, we've done our research, our first ever pumpkin on a pole match.
Right, okay.
Which was
amazing.
Pretty special. There's some fantastic footage of it, of Kid Pride and the Warden going at it for the 3rd time, and Kid Pride losing again for the 3rd time, when the pumpkin was indeed placed onto his cranium. Therefore losing the match. Kid Pride got a little bit upset, threw the pumpkin out the ring. Tonight we see what happens afterwards.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you very much, Steve.
No problem at all.
Best of luck tonight.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you.